Two tons of fun. Well, alright. Two tons of fun. Well, alright.
This is Welcome to Two Tons of Fun. I'm the moderator, Madly. Today's topic is budgeting. We have a special guest that she did a Lost Live with us on Thursday. She's back.
What you doing,
my
boy?
mom, Kaz's aunt, Quantis,
now leave the phone alone.
Then Quantis,
let it charge.
You know you can mute. Tax lady, welcome back, tax lady.
Oh, thank you.
Hold on.
Thank you.
What did he do?
What do you do?
He just pressed mute. I don't know. He must be cursing somebody out. I don't know. Did you enjoy your last time on Tax Lady?
I did. It was nice. I enjoyed everyone.
Yeah, Quantis is like, why is she back?
He's just a hater. In his blood, he'll never get rid of it.
Everything going okay? Anything you need to promote, Tax Lady? You good? No special announcements?
No special announcements. I'm just here if you need me. Tax-related questions, tax-related problems.
All right, give him your phone number again, and then we'll let Kaz do whatever he got to talk about.
I can be contacted at 773-234-8297.
Okay, cool. Kaz? What you got going on? You got something you got to do tonight?
I'm doing a murder mystery show. Just.
How are you promoting it? Like, can people come to it that's in Minnesota? If anybody from Minnesota is watching?
Yeah, anybody in Minnesota, it's gonna be at Elsie's Bowling Alley. Tickets are, I think, $55. It includes food and a drink ticket. And if you want to bowl, I think it's like $11 or more. But I can post that in the link for y'all.
Next time you do something like this, Cass, you can like let us know like a long time ahead of time.
Yeah,
like,
you could have let me know, man.
I could have family group thing, and then we could fly in.
I could have brought my bowling ball and everything. I didn't know there was no bowling involved.
Listen,
punk, man. You know, doggone well I bowl.
I'll explain it after we get off the air.
Okay. DJ Quantis, do you have anything to promote?
Yeah, I promote whooping his butt, man.
Do you got a show that you're doing tomorrow or not? Jesus.
Yeah, it's on Q. On Q Sports. Sports on Q with me.
What's tomorrow's episode about? What time will it be?
It's going to be about the Olympics, the NBA Finals. We're trying to get Baby Q on there. He want to be called Conscious G, which don't make no freaking sense.
He's conscious. He's awake.
Whoa.
Why you? I forgot. You protect everything that come out of your womb.
And should I not?
He don't protect nothing that come out his sack.
I don't know.
You wish you flushed it like the rest of it. But okay, I already got you started back. And maybe Monday, I don't know for sure. If everything goes well, I'll be doing this thing called Block Boys Anonymous. I'm not sure how long it's gonna be, but it'll be at 7 p.m. The goal of it is to talk to people that are like from the neighborhood. Let them, have fun with their experience and tell their stories, but at the end, come to some kind of resolution and hopefully reach the youth. No, that's not the real goal of it, but that's the goal. I don't know how it's gonna turn out. I haven't had any practice episodes or anything, so it can go any kind of way. I'm not sure. But let's get into today's topic. We'll start with you, Tax Lady. Have you ever splurged on something and regretted it later?
No, I'm a real modest type person.
Cheap.
I'm very frugal, and he loves to use the word cheap. But that's why some people don't have shit, because they don't know how to do it. But anyway, I'm very frugal, so no. I haven't. I can't say that I can recall a time that I did that, because I've had kids and I always had to think of them first. I never splurged.
You want to know what
I regretted it. If I did spend some money, it was real thought out.
No, I used to do it sometimes. I get a little too drunk, and then like I don't know. That's why I don't take my ATM card with me no more. When I know I'm gonna go out drinking, I'll be like, I'll count out like $200. Like that's my budget for the night. I am not spending another dime, because one time I went out and I was like, 500. What the fuck I spent $500 on? I didn't remember, and it was just like that. So it's crazy. Same question, Cass.
I've splurged, but I've learned how not to regret it.
what you mean.
It is what it is. At the end of the day, it is
like
what it
that.
is. It's
like
gonna be
that.
what it's gonna be. I'm trying to get in a more budget conscious mind. I think for me, going from 2 incomes to 1 income has really been difficult for me. So what I've been doing lately is just taking cash out, and I'll keep a little cash hidden somewhere, hidden from me, so that I can still do whatever I want to do normally. But I am more money conscious now. Like I said, going from 2 budgets, 2 incomes to 1 income. Um, I'm a lot more money conscious, but I try to really not regret anything.
So that's like you saying like that's a
I literally, I'll talk like, so I went to Miami and we ordered something, and I guess I didn't look at the price of it. And so when I got the bill, I kind of was a little surprised. I talked myself out of the regret. I'm like, well, it was good. You got it for another 3 days. Just don't go out to dinner tomorrow. So like, and then I was like, your friends did treat you to dinner the other night, so it kind of balances out.
So it balances out.
I'll talk myself out of regret anything.
You dead ass serious. Like I remember if I end up going out spending $80 on the meal, I can't eat for 2 more days. Like $80 went to that. Now I gotta eat damn Polishes all week. Same question.
Yeah, I've actually not been drinking a lot of alcohol. I've been drinking a lot of water. That's probably why my body is freaking going kerflummets.
Yes, that happened to me when I started drinking a lot of water.
I thought I had the COVID. I'm like, I have none of the real symptoms of COVID. I had like this wet cough, but that was it. And then my allergies were acting up. And then I took some allergy medicine and it started to get better. And I was like, what the fuck? I got to clean that CPAP out. Mm-hmm. So, and I smoked. I was around a bunch of smokers. So that like really fluffed me up. I get bronchitis really bad. So
same question, Quantis. Have you ever splurged on anything and regretted it later?
Yep.
Children.
No. Never kids, never. But yeah, for sure.
Give us an example.
He was a splurger, a big splurger. He didn't care lights, gas.
Okay, since you couldn't think of one
for wait. No,
that's why he calls me cheap.
No, you gotta understand. Life comes in phases.
That's why he calls me cheap, because I was like,
no,
this
life
man
comes
has
in phases.
Like 20 cell phones. This man has like 20 fucking cell phones.
Yeah, he's a technology.
Like, why do you need all these phones? He just buys like, I need 3 more speakers. I'm like, this studio is
I still wouldn't call that a splurge, because at least that has a function. Splurge is like you do something.
No, it does. It doesn't have a function when you can use it in the studio and you can hear the music outside of the studio because he got 20 speakers in this motherfucker doing shit.
Let him go, but let him get go on his own experience.
You gotta do me.
Go ahead. What's your experience of something that you regret buying?
As far as electronics, I don't feel splurging because that's something I can see I spent my money on. Like going out to dinners. I've learned, like vacations, I've learned to appreciate them. But memories, are they really worth it? Some of them are, because I splurged on a cruise and it really stuck with me. Even though I had to do the layaway plan for the cruise. You know, it was worth it. And I feel like cruises are really worth your money. So I didn't feel that was a splurge. And but the splurge is when you spend on other niggas and they don't and they don't appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know that feeling too.
That's where it is. Or like you spending too much money at a restaurant or a bar. Girl, get off my feet. This dog horny as hell. I thought she have a hysterectomy.
Just ignore
to fix that stuff.
Just ignore that and pay attention.
Good Lord. Yeah, how you gonna ignore somebody nibbling at you? That might be
kick them and then they go off.
That might be erogenous zone. She might be turning me on or something. Good Lord.
All right, and we're gonna let you tax lady, since you couldn't think of one for yourself, Miss Perfect. What's something when you and Quantis was married when you and Quantis was married that he splurged on that made you want to kill him because he still maybe like y'all had a bill to pay or something? I don't know what he made.
Who keep your feet, man?
I cannot remember an item in particular, but he was.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. You got mad when I bought
albums. Number one, he bought albums all the time.
No,
he was a DJ, so
that I lied half the time because I was getting promo copies. The other part was I spent money on my brothers. You didn't like that.
Oh no, it wasn't that you just spent money on your brothers. He spent like $500 or $600 out buying shoes and crap for his brothers. I'm like, what is this about? Wasn't nobody's birthday or nothing.
$500-$600.
Thank you. Was a lot, and he had kids. And
just for inflation, that's about $1,500 in today.
And he was, and it was not like a birthday or a special anything. It was just he had a credit card. And he wouldn't ran that joker up to the highest it could go.
Like keeping with you, Mom. Do you save up to purchase things in cash or do you finance them?
I always use 0% financing. That's how I purchase almost anything that I buy. I have a credit card or
prior to getting your credit to that kind of status. Would you rather just buy it in cash?
Yes. Prior to when I couldn't, I would save up and buy things. Unless I absolutely needed it right.
I give her credit. I give her credit.
I'm not gonna go into.
I give her credit. I give you credit, tax lady, because I remember when I bought my first restaurant, and them other niggas was spending money like crazy. My partners that I had, and they was going out buying new cars. This girl. Barely, I don't know how she had the money, but she financed my car getting repaired. So she was always good at fixing money and built my credit up to what'd you build my credit up to, girl? 800?
And it was like 780.
780. She could have said 800. That's the same. This is a shame, man.
Same question, Kaz. Do you finance things or do you rather buy them in cash? I know, because like I personally know some people. They could get good credit. They got like but they keep wads of cash. They just don't trust no bank or nothing. They cash everything and keep cash, and they buy everything in cash. And they got lots and lots of money. Yeah, go ahead.
In the past, I used to finance a lot. I used to. I think the thing that really screwed me up was credit cards. But like for my car, I have 0% on my car, or I've always had really low percentages on big purchases. But I think now, like I said, going from 2 incomes to 1 income, living the lifestyle that I'm living, and going through a bankruptcy, like understanding, like I don't ever want to rely on credit as much as I had to in the past, because shit happens in your life that you can't account for. And because of that, like, yeah, if my husband was still living with me and I had that second income, I could have gotten out that debt. I could have done those things. But he's not here. He gone. He packed up and left his ship, closed shop. So I don't ever want to be in that position ever again. I looked at I told y'all I'm in the charity mode. I looked at my bank account Friday. I just got paid Friday. Paid my bills, looked at it. I woke up, looked at it. I said, how is that possible?
So, okay. So then that pretty much so you're answering the next question. So how long is your personal safety net or emergency fund? Or okay, let's do it even better. How long do you think one should be? How it would be? Should it be like a month, 2 months, 6 months, 18?
What?
I think
like a safety net, emergency fund, like just in case you lose your job.
6 months.
6 months. You think 6 months?
Mm-hmm.
Same with you, Cass?
I was gonna say 3.
What about you, tax lady?
I would say a minimum 3 months. You should have 6 months. The goal should be a year.
A year?
Oh,
what's yours? Like 12 years?
Let's just say I'm not worried about it.
Tax lady, she don't splurge. She really tell the truth on that.
I know.
She don't splurge.
With that said,
but okay, but this is not fair though.
I used to buy her clothes. She wouldn't even buy clothes.
Women, this is what I know about women. It's easier for them to save because they don't got to buy nothing. Like you say, she don't buy her own clothes. They can get men to buy drinks. Well, Cass can get me in the bad drinks too, probably. But like, straight men got it hard, man. We gotta buy everything on our own. We don't.
No.
I would say
it wasn't that expensive when I was with your mom, dating your mom, or married to her, because she wasn't that kind of a woman.
No, I'm talking about the dynamic of a woman. Women, they can usually get people to pay a woman phone bill when they're trying to date them or something like that. Or you need help with your kids and the bill. As long as a woman's single, she can get money out of men.
That's true. You ain't even gotta date them.
That the hoochie mama.
You don't gotta.
You know what you might remember? That man paid for y'all to go to summer camp. I didn't know this man from a hole in the wall. He was on the street.
You just looking at our butt.
He asked me where was I going. I told him I was in a hurry, didn't have time to talk to him. And he gave me cash and wrote his phone number on the $100 bill. And he gave me $400 because I told him I had 5 kids and I got to put them in school and summer camp. But I never called him. But he gave me that money.
I wouldn't have called him either.
I'd have been like, I need another 400.
That's how you end up with another stalker. That's how you get them stalkers.
She done had her experience with stalkers.
You don't gotta. No, what I was saying, like, even in my situation, like, my money is really low. But like, if God forbid I couldn't afford my mortgage next month, I could get money from my 401k. I could get money from. I have invested money for my retirement, which is something that I'm really proud of, which is why I'm filing for the bankruptcy, because I say you can't touch the 401k. I'm going to take all the debt and just don't touch my 401k. Just leave that alone.
401.
He done turned
I know he done get a whole
turned into a 410.
410k. 410k. What the hell is that?
They saying okay. That's what he said.
410k.
Don't touch my 401, okay?
401. Don't touch my 401.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So do you think like Quantis, do you think most problems are due to budgeting or is it something with our structure in our society?
Yeah, they do the budgeting because
listen, let me finish the question. Or are they due to structure in society? Are wages too low or or something like that?
It's a combo, but at the end of the day, I like, since you got Tax Lady on here, Tax Lady showed me how to squeeze. How you can, when the rubber meets the road, you can really squeeze, because I get more out of my money now, and it's very limited. Very limited than I did when I put it to you like this. When we was with that big construction company in Chicago, and we had $1 million a year contract, I handled $1 million, but I don't know what the hell happened to that money. It had got to the point to where I owed the IRS $78,000 and all this other stuff. All these other niggas getting money, buying trucks and pickups. I'm like, what's happening? So money management is real important, because I could have fixed a lot of stuff if I would have been able to handle that money. I wish Tax Lady would have been in charge of it and kicked my brother out, because that nigga messed the whole thing up. I don't know what the hell happened to that money. Everybody was getting rich but me.
And me.
That's the question. Who has access to money management information? Who has that access to those things? So it's easy to say people are living above their means, but when you look at actually who has access to that information, who has access to people to help manage their money and figure out where it goes and what to do with what, that access is extremely limited to people that make low wages.
But it's people making a lot of money that still live check to check, probably.
True.
So
it's
a mentality thing. But
Donald Trump, he inherited $400 million.
Oh, that does talk about mismanagement. Oh my God.
It gets no worse than that. How?
Oh. He knows how to game the system. Y'all think that man is stupid. That man is smart. He knows how to game the system to get what
Donald Trump is
no
the
matter
pimp.
What.
You have to be stupid. How do you fail at a casino?
He ain't stupid. I'm with Kaz. He not stupid.
No matter.
He goes in to take the money and leave. He doesn't care. He doesn't care about the success.
I'm with Kaz. Kaz, I'm with you. I used to think Donald Trump was stupid. He not stupid. He know exactly what he doing.
He knows exactly what he doing.
He knows exactly what he doing.
No matter what, Donald Trump will always be number 45. So we done let the con man con himself up into the White House. I mean, that's a success.
That's a success, man.
This man is at the end of his life. He done lived a successful life. He just filed bankruptcy a bunch of times. Funneled money. He probably won't see the inside of a prison.
So y'all don't think wages in this country are too low?
Yeah.
Yes, wages are too low.
Okay, but that's not the only problem. You're saying it's both. Like some people just mismanage.
It's a little bit of both. Because even with the low wages, say people making $15 an hour.
Mm-hmm.
If it's 2 people, one person cannot live off the $15 an hour. They can't. support themselves outside of being.
They had to rent a room. They had to rent a room.
Right. You'd have to be in.
You can't get an apartment. Yeah.
But if you have two couples, even if they got kids, that's making $15 an hour, they can be on their own. Now they're going to use the government funds. It'll be government funds included, but you can sustain yourself outside of living and
Lady P. I beg to differ. I just got off the computer today because I'm trying to find out exactly what I'm eligible for concerning senior, housing. And when I looked at Section 8, the stuff they have available for seniors, it's just based on your reported income. Right. And I realized, man, I can have me a 2-bedroom crib in Vegas. That's cool. That's not even finna cost me a whole lot of money.
Right, so, because the government helps you.
Because we live in America, if you take advantage, sometimes people are not taking advantage.
This is the thing. The second you make a little bit of money, the second you
you're not
gonna be able to stay in that place.
We're talking about working people.
But Quantis, okay. So
I'm retired.
She's talking about without
working people.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. I got you.
$15 an hour is not enough for an apartment. And
what I'm saying is
gas,
even if you got two people making $15 an hour, the access to wealth management and money management that they would have been exposed to is close to zero. So the issue is that due to the way that our economy is set up, due to the way how our caste systems are set up, people that don't make money or don't come from money are not going to know how to necessarily manage it. Not saying that's always 100% the case, because you do have your rarities with people that learn how to do it. But that's not always the case.
And that's why I tell you with all my clients, I try to educate them on this is what you can do with your money. You can move it here, you can move it there, until they outgrow, and now they need somebody that's a real investor because they got hundreds of thousands to move.
And you got to think about it this way too. Something as simple as a credit score. Getting a zero, like you can get, say you making $15 an hour and you with somebody else is making $15 an hour and y'all got good credit, versus somebody that's making $15 an hour and another couple making $15 an hour with horrible credit that's gonna get no interest rate under 10%. So it's the debt gonna cost you, and the cost of your money is gonna be way more on everything you do. You got somebody with a good credit score getting $250 car note, and the other person getting $350. So those little things make.
I never understood how penalizing people that don't make enough money.
Correct.
Oh, because they're not going to pay it back.
Help them. It's going to help. No, you want to make sure I can pay it back, but you're going to penalize me so that if God forbid something.
Honestly, they don't expect you to pay it back. That's why people.
That's why they put it that high. They try to get most of their money up front.
Even some clauses in there for the law, like if they repo your car, if you have paid, I think it's 45%. If you pay 45% of the principal on your car, then literally they're not supposed to repo it. That's law.
Oh, we didn't know that.
We getting into something else though.
No, but I mean that's what I'm saying.
Hold on, we gotta let the nation
system
know
is
this.
not set up for poor people at all. It's not to help poor people manage their money, and this is the reason why I like to stay away from people are living above their means, because that is a white Republican talking point. Pick up yourself by the bootstraps. The amount of information that a poor or low class, middle class person gets, and then depending on their race as well, is going to depend greatly on where their social status is.
Heck, it's some of the stuff those banks was doing in the mortgage crisis was people making $250 a year. And they were screwing them over, making them get houses.
Moderator Malachi.
Yeah.
I heard people.
I'm gonna come clean on him right
rates
now.
on their house.
Let them come clean.
I'm finna come clean.
Interest on a mortgage.
Let them get.
I'm finna come clean. The name of the topic of this broadcast is budgeting, right?
Mm-hmm.
I messed up. I'm gonna be honest. Niggas get on here and we talk about it. No. I'm gonna tell the truth. I'm gonna tell the truth. I had 4 properties at least. Contracts up the wazoo, but not doing stuff on board. doing stuff under the table, not paying taxes, not reporting income. I done handled all kind of money, had all kind of contracts, had everything as an entrepreneur, as a home-based business, as a non-for-profit, had shelters, all this other stuff. Mismanagement is the biggest freaking problem. We can come up with all these excuses that this is the rich man's world. I still had inroads. If I would have done stuff properly and budgeted properly, I would not have the same results that I have today. And that's on Real Street.
And he wouldn't listen. Very true.
Yeah, hard-headedness. Okay,
I don't doubt it.
let's get into the ranking. We'll start with
Look in the mirror.
We'll keep with you, Quantis, since you're fiery. Let's
No, I'm just being real.
No.
The whole thing is talking about budgeting. I'm not saying that it's a discrepancy. It is. It is made for the rich person. But we could be in better shape as a community. Black people splurge too freaking much. I'm just gonna tell the truth. We do not have to be as bad as we are if we would budget properly. Most folks in the ghetto, even out the ghetto, ain't got no budget. They don't budget. We splurge. I just looked at my grandson. Not gonna name his name. I should, because them niggas was on here goobing. But bought a brand new pair of Jordans. How much do they cost?
I don't know. I don't buy
The original Jordans. How much do they cost?
I never owned a pair.
Oh, no. Never owned a pair.
You got people that
Leave nobody. Okay, I know they got to cost something. They got to cost more than a regular pair of gym shoes.
I want to say probably between $200 and $600.
Okay, $200 and $600. Why would you buy something for $200 and $600 and you don't even know where your next apartment gonna be? You don't even know where your next house is coming from. You ain't got nothing lined up, but you're gonna. It's not. I'm not just talking about him, but that's the attitude of a lot of people.
I think they do that because it brings them gratification. That's the one thing they feel in control of. So that's why they do it. I don't think it's the wise thing because you know me, I'm gonna hold on to my last dollar till I know where another dollar
comes from. Even when I was DJing, tax lady, when I was DJing, that was my side hustle.
Right.
So at least I was getting money from the investments of buying the albums and the CDs and things. Mm-hmm. It wasn't for my splurge. It was for my hustle. I can understand if it's for your hustle.
You're talking to the generation that made YOLO a famous thing.
Yeah, they swear it. You only live once.
You gotta understand.
You only live once.
Oh, okay.
Everything is now. They're not thinking.
They acting like they all really think they're gonna die tomorrow.
But what I'm saying is, I don't like statements like what Quantis said. We as a black community, well, black people aren't monoliths. But what I do like is things like tax lady.
The hell we ain't.
Reaching, we not.
How much money the black community spend? We're the biggest consumers.
Black people are not monoliths.
We're not.
We're not a monolith.
We're not. Well, who's spending most of the money
differently? So instead of trying to condemn the black community, do what tax lady is doing, which is educating, taking people in. I saw a post that she had on Facebook earlier this week that said, hey, you got $5,000 and you want to join up or you want to build property. It's an investment. It's not foolproof. It's some risk involved, but there's education behind it. And that's all I was saying. Okay. There needs to be,
you say black people, let's prove this fact a freaking lie. You say black people. Hold on.
Ain't nothing
I didn't say 99.9% of black people.
That's what mono mean, one.
Okay, what I'm saying is this. I said the majority of, and you can't tell me, the majority of people that I know in my black family, whether you consider me white or not, the majority of people I know in my black family, I'm not talking about your isolated tax ladies, your isolated,
that's my family.
I'm not talking about those.
Oh, that's my
I'm talking about people that I know. I know more niggas that don't budget than niggas that do budget.
Okay,
but that's still your limited community. That still doesn't make it a monolith.
But tax lady, that explains why you were shitty at budgeting. You are the company that you keep.
I'm not shitty at budgeting, nigga. I'm one of the best budgeters right now.
Are you crazy? He's talking about when you was younger.
When I was younger, nigga, I budget my butt off right now. You done lost your freaking man.
Word. word, past tense. Jesus, calm down.
No, he said R. Let me straighten this. Let me
We
make
can
this.
watch it again.
Hold on, Mally. Let me make this gay
He
nigga
meant
straight.
past
No. Let me straighten your butt out real quick. Okay? So the majority of people in our community, because if it wasn't so, we wouldn't be in the freaking shape we in.
Oh, we in the shape we in.
What
And
shape
that's
we
not
in?
that it. That's not
Most-
it.
I'm in a good
That is
shape.
not
I'm in a pretty actually.
It's some
decent
white
shape.
people,
So
Justice.
what shape are we in? When you speaking in a monolithic
Oh,
form, what are you
stop.
talking about?
I'm so
It-
tired of
it-
people
Alright.
having delusions.
Okay, so you
and
going off topic,
the
but
frick
when you
outta
talk
here.
about the shape that we're in this shape not because of anything that we did initially on our own, because black people came out of slavery and did they shit and got their stuff together.
All right,
And everybody else came and took from us,
No, pump the brakes.
redlined us,
Pump the
bombed
brakes.
us, and
Lady
all other
P.
kind of bullshit
Lady
in
P.
order that we lost.
Lady P.
And when
Pump the
they,
brakes. Let's pump
no,
the brakes.
let me finish. You wanted to go on your rant. And once they bombed them and just tore down, that wasn't the only city that was done that way. So what did they say? We need to stop trying to do shit. Because the more we do shit, the more they hurt us. And
Not
that's
true.
when they changed.
Let's pump the brakes. Let's pump the brakes. Let's examine.
Quantis is a white apologist.
Let's examine this.
Yes.
Stop trying to steal my word, Cat. Let's examine this right here. Okay? I'm born in 1959. I'm the oldest nigga on this broadcast. All right? So in 1950, Lady P, you the second oldest nigga on this broadcast. 1964. Sorry for busting you out. All right? That's just how Quantis talk. So, now, in the 60s, I saw a lot of black-owned businesses. And we talked about this on the broadcast, the almighty black dollar, for those of you that are not familiar with this.
The grocery store that we used to go to on the corner was black-owned.
Let me give a shameless plug, okay? For those of you that's listening and you're not caught up, catch the broadcast, almighty black dollar. Now, we examine at length how empowered the black community was in the 60s and 70s. In the late 70s is when black people began to buy into the fake, close this door, boy. Close the door. The fake American dream. It is then, and then I agree, Reaganomics came in and it really crushed a whole lot of what we had going on.
Yes.
Okay, but we're gonna
this nigga here, Malachi, and this other nigga here, Kaz, was in somebody's balls. Okay, they wasn't even here.
Trying to get off this top. You done dragged us. You did it last week. I'm not gonna allow it again. You took us way down.
Hey,
stop rebutting him because he's never gonna stop.
No, I'm gonna say this because this is how stupid he is. In your when he do
stuff like that, I can't let that go.
See,
I can't let that go.
In this state, Minnesota, and it's happened in all the cities in America. Thriving black communities were washed out for fucking highways. So you can throw all the onus and be a white apologist and put all the blame on the black community.
That's what I'm saying.
You're gonna fail to miss that we have communities set up and they fucking shut that shit down.
They shut it down
to build a highway.
For various reasons, but that's all I'm saying, Grant. When you say that,
oh, now he gonna pull the what's that? When they take over community.
Keep telling y'all stop responding to him.
What's our next topic?
Y'all feeling
What's
it.
the next topic?
All right, let's move on to our ranking segment. Rank these bills in the order of most important.
Let me see what the people say.
Shut up!
What the people
say? I don't know why you just won't mute them.
Because I don't like muting
got
people.
the power.
Jesus. Okay. But we'll start with you, tax lady. Let's rank these bills in significance or importance. Housing, any whether it's rent, mortgage, whichever form you pay for your housing, and utilities, transportation, food, clothing, and miscellaneous.
I'm gonna say housing is number one. You always gotta have a place to lay your head.
You think your housing is more important than the utilities?
Because I can live in a house with no lights and no gas.
But I'm just saying, like in this day and age,
you messing me up? Can I finish?
Hold on, let me tell you. Phone fall under utilities. So
they give out free government phones. We're talking about survival, okay?
Okay.
Housing is number one. If you don't have a place to lay your head, you can't do nothing. Housing number one. Number 2, transportation, only because you got to get back and forth. Now, if transportation is a bus, I don't care. You got to get back and forth to that job. If you don't, you can't keep it.
Mm-hmm.
Food, number 3, because you can always bum a meal off of somebody, especially a woman. Utilities, now I put that as number 4, because like I said, if you have to, you can do without lights and gas for a period of time in order to get something else going in place. Clothes, 5, miscellaneous, 6.
Water is a utility too, you know.
I guess she chooses.
But that's in the housing. It gets paid.
No, utility.
Yes. Yes.
See, I wrote it that way on purpose because, like, I was thinking,
utilities, I always think of as lights and gas.
Because, like,
everybody
in the state,
don't pay water.
So, okay, in a state like Illinois, or I know, or most blue states, it's much harder to get evicted. It takes a longer time. So, like, if you in a month, like, do I let my dang on utilities get cut off, or can I skip a rent and then pay it late? Like, if you're trying to figure something out, let me go try to hustle that rent up later. It might be smarter to miss the rent and pay the utilities because you don't want no electric and stuff off.
No, listen, you don't fuck with when you gotta sleep. Because if you get a foreclosure on you, it's gonna follow you for fucking ever. You lose your house, it's gonna follow you from forever. So
I'm just saying
you don't want to get evicted. You don't want no eviction.
No. I'm just saying you can catch that bill. I'm saying rank it in order.
It's harder to catch your housing back up because that's usually your larger bill.
Yeah, it is the most important. Of course, shelter is important first, but like, yeah.
And unless you got a mama, a daddy, a cousin that you know you go live with, you don't want to lose that. You don't want to lose it because they might put you in the corner when you get there.
Housing is your biggest American investment. Well, housing, because it's your biggest investment. It's the thing that can make or break you financially, credit-wise, everything. I would say utilities next. Then I would do transportation, clothing, food, and miscellaneous.
Quantis, rank it.
Housing, utilities, transportation. Shit. Food.
Number 1.
Miscellaneous.
Alcohol.
The most important thing is house. That's number 1. Number 2 is transportation. Number 3, food. Gotta live to go work.
You know, I always go to the shelter. Food pantry. I did it. Done it.
Then clothes, because you gotta look right.
You say you gotta look right.
Then utilities.
The reason why I did mine the way I did mine was because, one, you can't go to your job smelling funky. And although when I was homeless for a little bit, I would just go to the gym and take a shower there. You can't go to work with some dirty clothes. So in order to maintain a status, that's what I believe.
Now, and I think if we didn't live in the country,
steal the communion bread and wine from the church. That's fine. I always find me somewhere to get something to eat.
I'm thinking if we lived in a different country, I think food would probably be number 1. Like some of those other countries that have food insecurity.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So like we have way too much extra food in this country.
Right.
It's easy
It's
to
a way to get food.
Like you can go behind the grocery store and see how much food they throw away. It's ridiculous. So like it's.
Oh, you could live out the dumpsters in America.
Yeah.
No, and die because they put poison in that crap.
Yeah, they burn them sometimes too. It's really ignorant.
They lock it. I don't know about the poison, but I know they lock it.
Pantry. Go to a food pantry.
Yeah, we got food pantry and food. Yeah, and
you can always find food.
But in another country, that would probably be ranked number 1. Let's get it back into our main topic. What percentage? These are just random. Mom, you don't have to know the real thing. I just do these for fun. What percentage of the population lives check to check? If you had to guess.
Check to check. 40%.
40.
Don't you want
higher?
What do you think, Quantis? Since you laughed at her answer.
In the black community,
I didn't never say black community. I said the population.
Told you he's a white apologist. He got a vendetta against black people.
What?
I live in the black community.
No, you don't.
I'm
the
not
community
talking about.
Up there ain't black.
I don't really live here. I don't even like being. This is like
I don't even live.
prison.
I'm just a 3-year stowaway. I'm just a
Exactly.
3-year stowaway.
I'm 62. My heart is not here. I'm like Dorothy. I want to go home.
Take me back.
I want to go home. I want to go home.
Where's home for you? Indiana?
Vegas.
Vegas?
Oh, Vegas. Someplace he never lived. I want to go.
I'm going there all the time. Oh, I've been checking on my Section 8. In Vegas.
Is past due child support included in that budget?
What is that on the agenda? Hey, no,
budgeting. But you gotta budget that in the budget. You gotta
budget.
Out of order.
Budget.
The moderator's supposed to you out of order.
Budgeting.
Okay, Kaz. What percentage of people in this country do you think can afford a $10,000 emergency?
What percentage can afford that? I would say.
Is that too high? You want me to drop it to 5?
15%.
15%.
Yeah, I agree with Cass. You talking about $10,000?
What's that?
I don't even think it's that many. I would probably put it more like
low. It's low.
only the billionaires, because a lot of the millionaires is fake rich too. They ain't even rich.
A lot of millionaires live paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah, they trying to become billionaires.
A lot of people think that just because you have money, that make you have a lot of money. You just got more.
What did he say?
That song
a lot of millionaires live paycheck to paycheck.
Yes, yes.
Because they trying to become billionaires. They trying their best.
He's saying they living in debt. They living above.
Yeah, they
even though they making $1 million, they out here trying to
buying memberships.
You got a billionaire living in debt. Donald Trump is a billionaire. He living in debt. So it's just with that song. What's that Biggie song? More money you get, the more problems you see. You know, so that's all it is.
Yeah.
This nigga quoting Biggie now.
If you're budgeting, you don't. I love it. I'm free.
Quantis, what percentage of people go bankrupt annually?
White people do it a lot. I would say with white folks it'd be about 30%. Well, black folks don't do bankrupt.
The country would be done. We wouldn't have banks no more. 30% of the population was going bankrupt.
I said white people.
There's 70-something% of the population. So 70 times 30 is, he's saying about 20, just 20-something%. No.
I think it is kind of high.
I don't think it's that high.
They just rotate.
I'm talking about annually. You talking about have done it in their whole life? That's
okay. Well, that's
Alexa,
what I'm thinking. Okay.
Annually,
what percentage of people in America file bankruptcy?
Stop! Don't do that while we on air.
2020 U.S. Census. The population of the United States.
Man, that stuff off. That's rude, dude. Don't do that while we on the air. Mute his ass. Mute. All right. But I don't want to hear no extra people talking. It's already bad. All right. He's trying to talk now. We can't hear you, Quantis. You have to unmute yourself.
It's not that many. It said it's only 22,000 cases were filed in 2019.
Okay.
22,000.
So that's annually, but I'm saying I was referring to it as
have done it in their life.
People have filed bankruptcy.
Lifetime, yeah.
Everybody probably do it at least once.
It's high.
The world of
it's probably more amongst the rich people than it is amongst the poor people.
Yeah, because poor people are afraid. They're afraid to file bankruptcy. They think they messed up for life.
And you wasting your time filing that damn 13. Chapter 13 is trash. Restructuring the debt.
Yeah, don't restructure. Get rid of it.
Get rid of it. But like, Mom, what percentage of people understand credit scores? And
I think that's kind of high because of the internet and people have made it aware. So I'm gonna say 65.
You think 65% of people really understand how it works?
I think it's gotten better. It's gotten better.
I know a lot of
thanks to those apps like Credit Karma and stuff.
Yeah. Yep. I think
before then I would say
yeah, before then it was low.
Stop. Ooh,
the down thing about like Credit Karma and everything else. So like I would check
that nasty stuff when we was married. I hated it.
Mute him. Just mute him. I would check my Credit Karma and then I would actually check my real credit.
How frequently do you check your Credit Karma today?
I don't even at this point.
Once a week.
Look, I want to know how my credit score jumped back up when
at least once a month, but once a week.
How my credit score better now than when I was paying all my bills on time? I want to know that one.
What is that? Oh, somebody's beating their music real loud.
Oh, okay, because I thought there was somebody knocking on the door. Like, Kaz beating on the thing, making the whole house shake.
It's ridiculous.
Oh, that was me. That was me making that noise. You
No, it's a car drove by at the same time. It was,
okay. That's it. That's it with that. Let's get into our final segment. Which would you rather do? Pay a higher interest rate to have something immediately, or wait 18 months and buy the same thing?
It depends what the thing is. Give me an item, and I can tell you what I do.
What's something you really want, but you don't really need it?
I've taken 18 months waiting and figuring out how to purchase a car, what car, how much you want to spend. And
18 months is a long time.
Yeah, it's a year and a half.
I've done it.
So I'm just saying, like, which would you rather do? I think it depends. I'm with Kaz. It really does, but like, I gotta think about it, because if I really, really need it,
like for a new car, I'm like, oh, my car works. I think I can last another year and a half with this car. I would wait the 18 months. But if it's like, maybe it's the housing market, the interest rates might be really, really good. Now,
I said the question said high interest rate.
High.
The question said high interest rate.
Good question, smart ass.
Well, they might be higher.
You never know.
They might go up higher in 18 months. They might go lower.
That's possible.
I mean, but I was talking to people. I couldn't believe what people used to pay. People were paying 13% interest on their house.
My parents had
I couldn't believe that. That is like
with good credit.
Yep.
And
it was
I couldn't believe it.
As Quantis loved to say, it was mostly the black people who were paying. Because
the banks are screwing black people.
Well, I'll put it like this. What would I rather do? I deal with loan sharks, so it doesn't make me no difference. I done deal with loans, which is way higher than anything real people have to offer.
I don't mess with those. If you're talking about them payday loans, I would never.
I'm talking about payday loans. You don't know, Mally. I actually deal with real.
No, I'm not. But see, that's why you be in Facebook jail and all that other stuff. I do things right. I do things all the time. Okay? Especially when it comes to my money, we be at the grocery store. Oh, they forgot to ring this. I'm gonna take it back in. He gonna keep walking. That I don't play with my money.
Quantis is the type of person go in the grocery store, eat 2 bags of grapes, and then throw them to the side.
No, I'm not.
He'll eat some of the grapes.
Then put them
I'm
back.
gonna pay for my stuff, man.
I know somebody
that I deal with people that give you money without, they're not really financial agencies. I can get.
I don't know. To me, if I can't get no use out of something, I am not paying no goddamn 20% interest on something. I really have to.
It's like this.
It has to be like a real emergency. Okay, like it was something like a tire. And I caught a flat and I had no choice. Now all I could pay is 20%.
I had an instance where I owed $15,000 and I needed $15,000 in 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What were you doing?
I would pay interest on
It's none of your business.
It's
none of your business. You need it in 3 days or you're gonna lose everything you got.
Some dude was gonna out him.
You gotta do it.
I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
You gotta do it. It depends on the circumstance. And if it means
not to
losing
put myself in them circumstances.
You know what? See, Malachi just talking about outing. I'm trying to be nice. Shut the hell up sometimes.
I'm open.
It is what it is. We're gonna wrap it up.
All I'm saying is I would take, especially at my age, I ain't got 18 months to wait. I want my stuff now.
He is the living epitome of YOLO. He's the pitch in the dictionary.
I want my stuff now. I tell you what. I want my stuff now. It's just like my retirement, right? If you wait till you 65, you get no. Give me my stuff now.
I agree with you on that.
I'll just make up the difference some kind of other way.
I agree.
Give me my stuff now.
I don't even know if I'm gonna live that extra 3 years. Give me my shit.
As soon as my stuff hit, bam, I got it. He got some money. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it goes.
You gonna sign? If I have some kids, you gonna sign their birth certificate?
If you turn them
over, the birth certificate.
Yeah.
He gonna turn them over to me.
No, I just want to get your check. I get the check.
Oh no!
I'm not giving money.
That check.
You gonna
That
have my
check hit
kids in
my
church
account
and shit?
first, bro. They hit my account
They gonna
first.
turn my kids all homophobic, white
You
apologists.
acting
I
like
ain't letting my kids around you uncensored.
gonna turn them over to me like they're a piece of property. We trying to move away from that kind of ideology.
Kids are a piece of property. What the hell you talking about?
Property.
White apologists. He
Look
is
at-
a white
He
apologist.
slaved me out as a child, Mom, and you
If the
allowed it.
kids wasn't your property, we wouldn't have had the Jackson 5. We wouldn't have had the Osmond. We wouldn't
Yeah,
have
Michael Jackson might still be alive, working at somewhere.
What's that little midget
brown.
nigga? What's that midget nigga? A different stroke?
He's-
We wouldn't
stop.
have none of that.
That you just violated like more than one thing there.
You can't
Lord
say midget.
Jesus.
That's not a
Lord.
proper.
It's a little
Midget,
person.
midget.
Stop it. You have not changed.
Midget, retard. What else y'all want to do? Cancel
I always
me.
thought it was the influence of alcohol and other stuff, but
No,
it's
it's not.
who he is.
Literally.
It's just who he
Literally
is.
crazy.
Make no sense. People try to correct something. We've been saying retard, midget, short, fat. Fat is the
Yeah,
only
it's time
one
to
that's
change.
I put that on today. Fat is the only acceptable
It's not acceptable.
thing now.
It's not
You can
acceptable.
call fat jokes is still in, man. Malachi
not
put
acceptable.
something on there with the dude was
Called body
jiggling.
shaming.
The fat dude was Mexican dancing. He was Latin dancing. And then they had a sound squishy sound.
It's not, but it's not acceptable. I mean, they
No,
had that
niggas
same
was
video.
liking it and laughing on it.
That was hilarious.
They had that same video.
It was
They had-
hilarious.
They had the same video with the little person that jumps in the pool and it goes bloop. It's still, it's not acceptable.
It's funny.
Like,
If you can't laugh at your misery, black people been laughing at their misery for years. Now I'm
We
someone.
don't do it in public.
We do it in public. It's called when you talk about your mama.
You don't got
Your
no-
mama so fat, her
tax
belt
lady,
size the
you don't got
equator.
no tax.
All that kind of
You don't
stuff,
got
man.
no
Come
tax.
on, man. Lighten
don't got no
up.
tack.
Black people been doing that. That's how we got over.
It's time to
You're not
wrap
gonna
up.
offend me.
You do it all the time.
We'll do this real quick. Everybody gives your favorite each
Yeah, the people all scared of
Our
talking.
favorite what?
budgeting
fun.
tip. Like anything or something a little trick you use. What's your cheat code to budgeting?
What is it?
I
I
just
don't
made it up.
see that.
I don't know. Just always find a way to save something. Out of every paycheck.
What's your
I don't
trick
care.
to save and do like you got like because like one way I trick myself is like I got like a whole bunch of accounts and I transfer money to other ones and I try to forget about them and then I take the card and I put it somewhere. I almost like hide it while I'm drunk so I can't remember where I put it. So then I can't but then I have to go make it harder to transfer it back. I find ways to hide money from myself.
Yeah, I got one account that I can't it's not easy for me to transfer. I have to go to the bank. I set that account up that way just so, and that's the emergency account. So that's how I can get it. But I don't know. I do CDs.
But what if
also.
the bank is closed during your emergency?
I got other money somewhere else. That's like for real emergency money. I got like about 8 different accounts. It ain't gonna hurt nothing. but I do what I do is CDs. So for instance, Quantis is talking about how he's going to be retiring soon.
Mm-hmm.
And I did think about that also. So I started putting and even if it's like $500 or $600 or $700, it really isn't even about the interest. It's about the fact that when I retire, every month I'm paying myself again. Even though I got my 401k and all that other stuff, this is outside of that. So I will have a CD that pops. So I always got some little extra change. It could be spending change. It could be money. If I don't need it, I put it back.
Tell people what a CD is.
Tell a
You
certificate
making
of
it sound like
deposit.
you about to drop a new record.
A
You making it sound like you
certificate
about
of
to drop
deposit. No, you're right.
About to bust a new record, tax lady. Tax lady.
Stas, you're so right, because I told my grandson when he graduated, I said, so I'll get your CD for you, because it matured. I put one for every grandchild for when he said, oh, okay, great. And his mom looked at me. She said, do you know what a CD is? He said, I don't know. She giving me something that's a photo, I guess he thought it was going to be pictures on a CD. And he's like, no, it's money. He's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, she do it for every one of her grandchildren. She buys CDs for when they mature, when they graduate and get to them from high school. It's pretty nice. I think it's a nice thing for grandparents to do.
That is nice.
Any tips, Quantis? Financial tips, budgeting tips.
Huh?
Any things you do? What's the little tricks some people might not know? There's young people out there watch and listen. Some things you can learn. You said we don't know shit. Teach us something.
Abstinence.
What they got to do with money?
Hell.
Because when you look at me like, you know what? Every time
What, he actually on to something.
I told you.
Pussy costs, man.
I told you that was the one thing that he splurged on. I told you that was the one thing he splurged on. Already. Already.
Abstinence, man.
Sure.
Every time I lost money, it's a relationship.
A damn lie.
I'm not, except for you. Except for you. Except for you. I'll give you credit for that. Except for you.
I waste a lot of money chasing that stuff.
Except for you.
That ain't you. That ain't not. Yep. If you can stay away from addiction, anything, you can save a lot of money without any habits. Boy, habits take your money. True. Alcohol. I'm embarrassed with how much I spend annually on alcohol. I'm embarrassed, and I'm not telling nobody. What?
And still spending.
I know.
Get off air, you go spend some.
He buzz out all the gifts and stuff.
Oh no! When I get off air, we gotta
What's
go.
Your secret, Kaz?
We gotta go to the men's meeting when we get off air. I can't go.
You need the secret. You ain't got no secret yet.
No,
you trying to figure it out.
Pay yourself first. And for me, that means taking cash out. I really like, after going through this financial thing that I'm going through right now, I'd much rather have me some cash in some places. I invest my money, but to me, cash is always going to be king at the end of the day. So pay yourself first. What I do, I'm going to be like my grandfather, have a whole mattress full of money one day.
Hey, you know what, though? You might be onto something. Because when you have the cash in your hand, you don't spend it as fast as that freaking credit, as it being as numbers.
That's true.
That is kind of true. That is kind of true.
Break that $100 bill. I'm like,
you count
break the.
Count how much things are gonna cost.
That's true. That's true.
You damn sure right, because I pay my
credit. The cash.
I pay my credit card every month. I pay it off so I don't have to pay interest on it. I pay it in the 25 days. Last time I just looked at my credit card. Really. Last time I just looked at my credit card.
But you know what, Kaz?
Like $400 on. I don't know.
I think Kaz. Wait. Kaz on to something.
I don't even
because I remember when I first came to Minnesota, I went to our daughter's house, tax lady, and them niggas didn't wash no clothes, right? And I started washing all their clothes. So 3 days of washing clothes, I had $100-something. Just off out of their pockets. So they was like, Grandpa's so nice, he washed all our clothes. I'm like, I ain't nice, nigga. Y'all very profitable. Shoot. I was washing their clothes. They was leaving $50 bill, $20 bill. I said, these niggas stupid as hell. Give me some more clothes. Y'all keep on washing your clothes. Come on, Grandpa, fold them up. I'll fold them up nice.
You know where I learned that from? I learned it from my ex. My ex comes from a foreign country, and although they have banks, banks are not as secure as they are over here. So they don't really, I remember talking, he was mortified when I started talking about credit. He was basically, the way that they live over there, if they don't got it, they don't get it.
That's true.
They don't got the money, they don't get it. So, and that man, when we got together, he had a couple $1,000 saved up when we had got married. And I was like, dang. I said, so, and even like just looking back on my grandfather, though, he lived through the Depression.
Yep.
Cash is king. Banks. If you want to make that cash even more valuable, go to the bank and exchange it for one of them $2 bills. Get you some of them $1 coins. Save it.
Mm-hmm.
My tip is this: wash clothes.
Silly.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised what you might find.
Yeah. Wash my clothes.
All right, tax lady. Final thought.
Nigga, this nigga ain't got nothing. I don't went in your pockets. He don't got nothing in his pockets, man.
In my pockets.
Not a damn thing. He ain't got a penny. Nothing.
He wears a purse.
You know where my pennies are? My pennies are all right here.
Now, since you've been broke.
All right, Mom. Final thoughts, Mom, Kaz, and Dad, and then we'll end it.
I thank everybody.
Oh, let me see that again. Yeah, shake it again.
Let us talk. Shut up.
Make it rain.
Talking to Kaz.
Make it
Um,
rain.
My final thoughts would be, since we're talking about budgeting, is that everybody should form something that's within your limits. And if you really, really stick to it, you're gonna see yourself climb up and climb out of whatever level you're at. It really amazed me. I went from crying every time the lights and gas come, where I just pay more than I'm supposed to, so I ain't got to worry about it next month because it's a headache. I like that. I feel I'm very financially secure, but it didn't just happen. It wasn't about how much money I made. It was more about budget. And if you need your taxes done, 773-234-8297.
The shameless plug.
Amen. Go ahead, Cass. Final thoughts.
I just think that, just like what Tax Lady was saying, just like my thing is just pay yourself first. Put a little bit of money aside. If you don't know how to save, that's the easiest way to start saving, because you don't have to see that digital thing. Even I saw like one of those things with the envelopes. You put a certain amount of money in the envelopes and you can save money over a massive time. You'll be surprised. And yeah.
You want to know the best way to save money too? Don't hang around broke people. They always fucking begging. You want to go to the movie, now you got to pay for them too. You want to eat, now you got to pay for them.
No,
broke people will make you broke. They will make you broke.
Set your priorities. I think that's a really big thing, to set your priorities. There's things in life that we pay for convenience that we really don't need that convenience for. If you're an able-bodied person, you could drive down the 5 minutes to go pick up your food instead of having someone deliver to you. You ain't no damn king. That's what I had to do yesterday.
Even walk down, because now you got exercising.
You need to exercise. You need to earn that food anyway.
That's too. Over here,
that's
where you live, you could probably walk down to the little place.
To the Popeyes.
It's too much walking to do.
Yeah, you gotta walk your butt. You gonna starve before you get the food.
We don't.
You gotta walk in the street. You might get killed.
Okay, Quantis, final thoughts, and then we can end it.
Final thoughts.
The way of the bridge, Cash, you can walk to a store there. I walked when I was over there with Greg. Though.
Yeah. Stop saying names.
Oh,
damn fool to walk.
Quantis? Yep. Final thoughts. So we
final thoughts. Learn how to wash clothes. You will find a lot of money doing stuff, man. I promise you.
Well,
a lot of money. Then
you probably found a lot of money in your car. I stole all this change out of my own car. We had these white teens running around our block. If you leave your car unlocked,
you know what happened?
This is our game.
No, let me tell you what happened. That nigga put all that change in his purse. So I went to Aldi's. I couldn't even get a basket because he took the quarters out the thing.
Well, get you a purse.
You should have left 1 quarter at least in there for Aldi's, man.
See, if I went to Aldi's, I would have had a quarter. Get you a purse.
I have a bag.
Well, all right.
I'm not done, nigga. Stop trying to stop on time. It's already past the time.
I am very punctual. Something your ass has never understood. Punctuality, and I'm very...
Now, when me and your mom was together, everybody had to go to the show. We used to go to the drive-thru and put niggas in the trunk.
He literally did that one time.
I put niggas in the trunk. And nobody gonna check the trunk.
What else you got to say? Is that it?
My whole thing is you got to be innovative. You got to beat the system. That's how you got to some way figure out. That's what Donald Trump figured out. You got to figure out how to beat the system. At the end of the day, don't play by the rules. Change the rules.